December 11th, 2021 หลวงพ่อโพสีสุริยะ Khemarato Satya Dharma Reflection Brighten out beyond itself. Don't be obsessed to concentrate, maintain, and create realm of existence on and on. Circling, blocked within just form and formlessness, body, mind, and itself, or what? Brighten out beyond itself. Both awakening and brightening simultaneously. Proceed in such a way altogether. Uninvolve even within the uninvolved itself, so that it will be brightening beyond itself, beyond the body and the mind. It will be beyond states of mind by the uninvolved itself, uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. Go ahead. Conditions, states of mind, or the mind itself is not related to itself. Any conditions, any mind state is uninvolved with itself as it is, uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. With this, it will be brightening in the way that is unlimited, without traces, which is called purification of emptiness. Don't be busy preserving realm of existence, drowning, sinking, and drowsy within the body and mind. Don't be obsessed with preference to preserve realm of existence, to preserve desire, delusion, and delusive attachment on and on. Drowning, maintaining, and being drowsy. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. Go ahead. Even awakening is not relevant to itself, so that it will be beyond awakening. With this, it will also purify the one who is awakened at the same time. If the awakening in the awakening, then there will be someone fully within the awakening. It will be desire, delusion, and delusive attachment within the awakening itself. It still remains as realm of existence, huh? Awakening has nothing to do with itself, so that it will not become realm of existence. Awakening in the way that has nothing, no one within awakening. That is not someone that is awakened. The one who is awakened is the one who is arise and cease. Is the one who is circling within the cycle of becoming, arising and ceasing. Awakening has nothing to do with itself, so that it will not be bound tightly within its condition, within its state, within the state of body and mind and Dharma. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. Continue to discard all clingings. All the attributes of significance and meanings, fixation and involvement within the mind, within thought, within feelings, within emotions. All the drowning, sinking, and maintaining is called clinging within the states of mind, within states of Dharma. Let's purify all clingings. Let's end it. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. Non-attachment doesn't obtain itself. Uninvolvement doesn't obtain itself. Uninvolved discards itself. non-attachment that is not obtaining itself. Let's make a conclusion more constantly with this essence. Conclude with the essence of cutting deluded knowing. Let's make a conclusion constantly with the essence of cutting. Continue to conclude with the essence of cutting within the cutting. Let's make a conclusion more constantly with the essence of letting go within the letting go itself. Non-attachment to the non-attachment itself, that's non-attachment that doesn't obtain itself. Non-attachment to the non-attachment itself, which is non-attachment that is not about anything within itself, then there will be no limitation with just about rejecting or accepting anything. Continue to purify, otherwise all clinging of samudaya vibhak, all the significance and meanings, fixation and involvement in anything is the vibhak of the samudaya or the karmic difficulties of the causes of suffering, the desire, delusion and delusive attachment, which is the vibhak. The vibhak of delusion, the vibhak of ambitions, the vibhak of striving, the vibhak of the delusive attachment. This is called the vibhak of the samudaya. Being obsessed with significance and meanings, it is all about samudaya vibhak. It is the vibhak of the samudaya entirely. Constantly purify. Non-attachment, even to non-attachment itself, non-attachment is not relevant to itself more constantly, so that it will do purification within itself, so that it will dissolve itself. Non-attachment purifies itself, non-attachment dissolves itself. Uninvolved, even within the uninvolved itself, well with it. Non-attachment does obtain itself well. Uninvolved, even within the uninvolved itself, well. With this, it will purify the attempt to dwell within the body and the mind, the attempt to dwell within looking, seeing and knowing or whatsoever. Because all these attempts to dwell is the attributes of creating cycle of becomings totally. This is even worse than building the kuti, building the living places, building homes, houses. The attempting to dwell within the mind, within feelings, within emotions is all about creating cycle of becoming totally. This is worse than building houses and living places. This is worse than creating or building palaces or countries and homelands. Each day, how much attempt to dwell within the mind, within emotions. There are too many factors that create cycle of becomings and samsara. If not deliberate cut through well, then just might or non-attached within itself right away, so that it will not be about anything within anything, Let's proceed all together in the way that is not about anything and anything. Non-attachment within itself. Go ahead. Even non-attachment is not relevant to itself. Don't allow the samudaya creating samsara on and on. Don't let it create cycle of becoming on and on. To dwell within each emotion, it will just create cycle of becoming. Whether it is emotions of the mind or Dharma, it creates entirely realm of existence and cycle of becoming. Uninvolve even within the uninvolved itself, so that there will not be any obsession to preserve realm of existence on and on within the mind. Such is called the preference within the condition of the mind, within the states of mind. Whatever states of mind or states of Dharma or emotions that one prefers. This is called preserving realm of existence. It's the realms within the mind, realms of Dharma within the mind. It will lead towards being destined into crude realm of existence, into the 31 or 32 realms of existence. It is the cycle of the becoming that is going on. Non-attachment to the non-attachment itself, non-attachment that's obtained itself, so that it will purify both the attempt to non-attach and the attempt to attach altogether. The attempt to be bound or to be free is all about the samudaya, the cause of suffering. With the essence, it will not be about anything within being bound or being free, all the same. All the same, that is not about anything in being the same. If something in being the same, it will be like the same karma and the same vibhak. Something is within being the same. All the same, that is not about anything in being the same. It is not related to attachment or detachment, all the same. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. It gives ending to all clinging with titi, viewpoints. It gives ending to all clingings with views. It gives ending to all clingings with wisdom, concentration and mindfulness. It ends all clinging with wisdom, meditative power, contemplation, spiritual insights, and ending to the formation of all types of Dharma. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. then it will give ending to all clinging with all types of Dharma. The formation of Dharma is being fixated upon, is being dwelt within, is being created as realms of existence. Satisfying the desire and the delusive attachment within Dharma. This is bringing the Dharma to satisfy the desire, the delusion and delusive attachments. The formation of Dharma is being dwelt in, is being fixated by the delusive attachment. The formation of Dharma is being deluded to. Let's end all clingings with all types of Dharma. Whether it's the Dharma of mindfulness, concentration, contemplation, spiritual insights, meditative powers, or wisdoms. Or whatever types of Dharma, such as loving kindness, forming up the Dharma in order to satisfy the desire, the delusion, and the delusive attachment. Creating realm of existence from Dharma. Let's end all clingings, non-attachment even to non-attachment itself, non-attachment that is not relevant to itself, then it's a true cutting when cutting is within itself. Non-attachment is not relevant to itself. It is letting go of the letting go itself, then it will be true letting go. To let go of this thing or that thing is not true letting go, because it's not letting go of the letting go itself. Being obsessed to disregard this thing or that thing or whatever things. The disregard doesn't disregard itself. It doesn't discard itself. Then it is not true disregarding. Non-attachment to the non-attachment itself. Non-attachment is not relevant to itself. Then it is true mind, which is called non-attachment, which is not non-attachment itself. Non-attachment that does obtain itself is the true non-attachment. The non-attachment that is not relevant to itself is not limited to itself. It's called the unbound. The non-attachment that is not relevant to itself is not limited to itself. Uninvolved itself, uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. If the uninvolved is not even involved with itself, then it will not be limited with just about involvement or uninvolvement. It will not be only about attachment or detachment. It's not only about being liberated or not. It will be the essence of the great compassion that is given instantly. Which is Sunyata Nibbana that purifies samsara onwards. Continue to purify samsara with the emptiness. Don't be obsessed to circle around and being trapped within realms of the mind and realms of Dharma within the mind. Let's not be obsessed to involve within the mind, within feelings and emotions on and on. Don't be obsessed with significance and meanings and involvement within knowing or not knowing. This is all about realms of existence. Don't be obsessed with deludedly arising and ceasing. Don't be busy engaging with seeing or not seeing on and on. Don't be obsessed to engage within understanding or not understanding. Let's not be busy engaging with unable to remember or not. Non-attachment even to the non-attachment itself is not relevant to itself. It gives ending to the circling self. Which is called samsara within the mind, samsara within Dharma. Samsara within form or formlessness will be about circling within form and formlessness. Samsara within the mind is about the circling within the mind. The samsara of the states of mind and Dharma is about the circling within states of mind and Dharma. Give ending towards the circling. Non-attached within itself. Even non-attached itself doesn't evolve with itself in the circling, dissolve the crystallization. The crystallization within mindfulness, concentration within meditative power, contemplation and spiritual insights. Crystallization within any state of mind will be dissolved. This is called the upatan, delusive attachment that is crystallized. Grasping within grasping, overlaying with grasping, grasping within grasping until it's crystallized in itself. This is the upatan, the delusive attachment that is determined, crystallized, which is the samudaya, causes of suffering that is crystallized. Entrapped within itself is called the entrapment of suffering, which is going on in such a way, being stagnant. Dissolve it. Non-attachment even to the non-attachment itself. Non-attachment that is not relevant to itself. Even uninvolved is not even involved with itself. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. Go ahead. With this, it will not be about anything within realms of existence or significance and meanings within cycle of becoming. Then it will not be about significance and meanings and involvement within anything altogether. So that it will be through Nirodha and Nibbana all the same, which is not about anything in being the same. If being the same in the way that has something in being the same is called having the same vibhak, having the same karma, the same karmic difficulties, the same delusion, the same desire, the same delusive attachment. This is something in being the same. Even non-attachment is not relevant to itself, to be given all the same, which is not about anything in being the same. Let's not choosing whether it's inside or outside. Once there is choosing, it turns into samsara instantly with the chosen thing. Circling right away. Choosing internally or externally, it will be circling within internal and external. Once there is choosing, it will be circling within such a choosing right away. Let's not choose anything, whether it's inside or outside. Even my disregarding has nothing to do with itself. Amidst everything in the way that is not about anything within the middle of anything. Let there be no options whether it's inside or outside. Once there's no options, it will not become cycle of becoming and samsara automatically. Disregarding even the disregarding itself well, then it will enable for ending. It will enable to stop the cycle of becoming within oneself. Mind is not stillness. Disregarding is not stillness. It looks similar. Mind is not indifference. It looks similar, but it's not. That which is not related to mind is beyond mind. Using mind or disregarding as stillness or indifference, such a way it's realms of existence. All engagement with stillness and indifference turns into realms of existence entirely. Significance and meanings and engagement within being peaceful or not, whatever that is given significance and meanings and engagement to, will entirely turn into realms of existence. Uninvolved, even within the uninvolved itself, then it will release out of the state of being still or not, being indifferent or not, being peaceful or not. With this is called unwinding discards itself. Uninvolved, even within the uninvolved itself, is called unwinding discards the unwinding itself. Detachment and liberation doesn't obtain itself. Continue to use this essence to help give ending for the cycle of becoming and to help give ending for all beings. This is called blessing.
เรียกว่ากรุณาเรียกว่ามหากรุณา
This is called compassion and great compassion.
กรุณาแห่งพุทธองค์นี้มหากรุณาแห่งพุทธองค์แห่งองค์มหาบารมีทั้งหลายทั้งมวลนี้น่ะคือกรุณาแห่งการจบให้เลย
The compassion and the great compassion of the Buddhas and the Mahaparami is about giving ending instantaneously for all beings.
จบให้
Giving ending for.
จบตัวหลงวนเวียนให้
Giving ending for all the delusion to circle around.
อย่าคิดไปอย่างอื่นนั่นเป็นเรื่องของวิบาก
Don't think about other things. Other things is all about vibak, karmic difficulties.
เกิดบุญกันอย่างนี้เกิดบุญกันอย่างนั้นนั่นน่ะมันเป็นเรื่องของวิบากสัมพันธ์
Supporting in this way and that way is all about connections through vibak.
แต่มหากรุณาและมหากรุณาอย่างแท้จริงนั้นคือเนื้อหาที่จบให้ล้วน
The true compassion and great compassion is all about pure essence of giving ending.
ๆยุติสังสารวัฏให้ล้วนๆเลย
Purely ceasing samsara.
ดับล้างว่างล้างอย่างเดียว
Solely purify through extinction and emptiness.
มันก็มักจะควบคู่กันไปกับกรุณามหากรุณาที่เกี่ยวข้องกับวิบาก
However, the purification of extinction and emptiness is going all together with the vibak.
กรุณาแบบวิบาก
It is the compassion in the way of vibak.
ซึ่งมันมีเหตุมีปัจจัยมาอยู่แล้วนั่นน่ะมันก็มักจะควบคู่ไปด้วยกันกับการดับล้างว่างล้างน่ะ
The factors in the past lead towards vibak. However, is going together with the purification of extinction and emptiness.
ไม่ใช่นิ่งเฉยอยู่ภายในนะมันเป็นเพราะเป็นภูมิอยู่เนี่ยบอกแล้วว่าอย่าไปเลือกนอกเลือกในก็ไม่เลือกนอกก็ไม่เลือก
This is not about dwelling within the stillness and indifference. This is the ongoing of realm of existence within the mind. Already mentioned, let's not choose whether it's internal or external. Choosing neither of it.
ทำกลางในแบบไม่ใช่อะไรในอะไรสิ
Go ahead, be amidst everything in the way that doesn't give meanings and significance or engagement with anything.
มุ่งนอกมุ่งในมันก็เป็นวัฏฏะภูมิเหมือนเดิมสังสารวัฏภูมิสังสารวัฏภูมิเหมือนเดิม
Being determined for the internal or the external is the same pattern as before, as being in realms of existence of samsara within the mind.
มีตัวเลือกอยู่มันมีอะไรกับอะไรอยู่เหรอ
Once there are options, it means that there is engagement with something.
บอกแล้วบอกอีกไม่เกี่ยวไม่กระทั่งไม่เกี่ยวเอง
Already said again and again, uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself.
เลือกอะไรเล่าเลือกกายเลือกจิตเลือกนอกเลือกในอะไรน่ะ
What are you choosing? Choosing the body, choosing the mind, choosing internal, choosing external.
มันจะไม่เกี่ยวกับนอกไม่เกี่ยวกับในไปเองเมื่อมันไม่เกี่ยวไม่กระทั่งไม่เกี่ยวเองน่ะ
Once the essence of uninvolved even within the uninvolved is there, automatically there will be no involvement with the internal or the external.
สมุทเฉทประหารให้ทั้งหมด
Deliberate cut through for everything.
มันจะยุติความเป็นสังสารวัฏหรือการหลงวนเวียนให้ทั้งหมด
It will give ending to all about samsara, to all the delusion to circle around.
เมื่อไม่เกี่ยวไม่กระทั่งไม่เกี่ยวเองแล้วเนี่ยมันจะไม่ใช่นอกไม่ใช่ในไปเอง
Once uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself is there, automatically it will not be about the internal or the external.
มันจะไม่เกี่ยว
It will have nothing to do with the internal or the external automatically. Neither is it about the middle or the neutrality. Naturally, it will not be about anything within the middle or within the neutrality.
อะไรตรงกลางมันก็ยังไม่กลาง
Is there is something within the middle, is not yet neutral.
ยังเป็นทิฏฐิอยู่นะ
It is remaining as titi, viewpoints.
เมื่อไม่แม้กระทั่งไม่เองแล้วเนี่ย
Once non-attachment, even to the non-attachment itself,
เมื่อไม่เกี่ยวแม้กระทั่งไม่เกี่ยวเองแล้วเนี่ยลูกมันจะไม่ใช่อะไรในอะไรไปเอง
uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself, then it will not be about anything within anything automatically.
มันจะไม่ใช่ทั้งสุดโต่งไม่ใช่ทั้งหย่อนยานไปเอง
Naturally, it will be neither about strictness or slackness.
แม้แต่ตรงกลางมันก็จะไม่ใช่อะไรในตรงกลางไปเอง
Even the middle, it will not be about anything within the middle automatically.
เรียกว่าสุญญตานิพพาน
This is called
แต่อย่างเดียว
Sunyata Nibbana, purifying samsara only.
แต่มัวแต่อะไรตรงกลางมัวแต่อะไรตรงกลางแล้วก็มันมีแต่ตัวประหลาดละตรงกลางนั่นน่ะมีแต่สัตว์ประหลาดมีแต่ตัวประหลาดนะ
To be obsessed with being in the middle or being neutral, it will only create an alienated self in there.
ไม่เกี่ยวแม้กระทั่งไม่เกี่ยวเองนี่ลูกมันจะได้ล้างเองนั่นน่ะทั้งหมดนะ
Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself, go ahead, so that it will purify everything.
ไม่ว่าจะสุดโต่งไม่ว่าจะหย่อนยานไม่ว่าจะมัชฌิมาปฏิปทาเนี่ยมันจะล้างทั้งหมดแหละ
There will be purification for all paths, whether it's about strictness, slackness, or middle way.
มันจะไม่ใช่อะไรในมัชฌิมาปฏิปทามันจะไม่ใช่อะไรในอัตตกิลมัฏฐานโยกมันจะไม่ใช่อะไรในการมสุขันธิการนิโยกไปเอง
Automatically, it will not be about the strictness, the slackness, or the middle way.
มันจะไม่ใช่อะไรในส่วนตรงหย่อนยานไปเองมันจะไม่ใช่อะไรในตรงกลางไปเองเมื่อไม่เกี่ยวแม้กระทั่งไม่เกี่ยวเองแล้วดีๆเนี่ย
Once uninvolved, even within the uninvolved itself, well,
มันจะไม่ใช่อะไรกับอะไรไปเองหมดผู้ติดหมดผู้หลุดไปเอง
there will be no significance and meanings and engagement with anything automatically. It will end all about someone who is bound or someone who is free.
เลิกหลงติดเลิกหลงหลุดไปเอง
Automatically, it will give ending to the delusion to be bound or to be free.
เลิกหลงมรรคเลิกหลงผลเลิกหลงนิพพานไปเอง
Automatically and naturally, it will give ending to the delusion towards the path to the enlightenment and the attainment.
ระหว่างที่ยังมรรคผลนิพพานอยู่ก็คือระหว่างที่เป็นสมุทัยอยู่มันยังหลงอยู่
During the engagement with the path to the enlightenment, the attainment, it is in the engagement with the samuttai itself, there is still remaining of the delusion.
มันยังมัวแต่อะไรกับอะไรอยู่
There's still an obsession with engagements, meanings, and significance.
อะไรในมรรคอะไรในผลอะไรในนิพพานอยู่เลื่อนลอยอยู่
Still significance and meanings within the path to enlightenment and the attainment, still drifting.
ทะเยอทะยานอยู่กวาดแกว่งอยู่เคว้งคว้างอยู่จะเอาจะมีจะเป็นอยู่
Still being ambitious, still striving, still wandering, still craving for having, for being, for getting.
ยังกลายเป็นสองสภาพตัวเองอยู่
Still turning into samsara within itself.
ไม่สิ
Just my,
เองเลยสิไม่อะ
just my,
แม่ไม่
within itself,
เองลูก
disregarding itself, disregarding that is not relevant to itself.
แม้ไม่เกี่ยวก็ไม่เกี่ยวแม้กระทั่งไม่เกี่ยวเอง
Even uninvolved is not involved with itself.
มันจะหมดไอ้ตัวผู้สร้างผู้ทำลายไปเอง
With this, it will give ending to the creators and the destroyers automatically.
ไอ้พวกเจ้าที่สร้างโลกไอ้พวกเจ้าที่ทำลายโลกอ่ะ
For those who creates the world, who destroys the world,
ไอ้พวกเจ้าที่เป็นผู้สร้างไอ้พวกเจ้าที่เป็นผู้ทำลายซะเองน่ะมันจะเลิกไปเอง
it will give ending to those who destroy and create the world automatically.
มันจะไม่ใช่ผู้สร้างผู้ทำลายไปเอง
Naturally, it will not be about the creators or the destroyers.
มันจะไม่ใช่อะไรในเกิดไม่ใช่อะไรในดับไปเองลูกสิ่งที่มันไม่เกี่ยวกับเกิดไม่เกี่ยวกับดับอ่ะ
Automatically, it will not be about anything within arising or ceasing. That which has nothing to do with arising or ceasing.
เวลาทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างที่สอนสั่ง
All about
สั่งสอน
teaching
สอนกันมาแบบนะ
one another
สังสารวัฏแบบวนเวียน
in the way of circling as samsara,
ไม่ได้ให้สิ่งที่ตรงต่อ
not in the way of sharing the essence of the alignment of nibbana,
วนเวียนกับทางโลกทางธรรมอะไรเนี่ยหมด
not truly helping to give ending for others. Instead, teaching others to deludedly circling,
แต่อะไรกับอะไรเนี่ย
being obsessed with significance and meanings and engagement.
สิ่งทุกอย่าง
May everything be forgiven. Ahosi,
อโหสิ
ahosi,
อโหสิ
ahosi.